Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my channel, and today the topic on which I will discuss with you is follow and avoid turtle robot. And here it is. You can load it from file, open sample project, you use the word turtle or whatever, and you can go on AVR and search turtle, and this schematic or this version of this module will open. So this is our turtle robot. This is our Arduino Uno, in which you can store the code of Atmel or Arduino IDE. So here you can see that these three pins that we defined in our Arduino IDE is connected towards this servo motor, and the rest are our inputs and outputs. So here we can see that this is our state table, that when it will be 0, input sensor will be 0 1 0 and 0 1 0, the two input sensors that we are using, then it will move forward. That means the both motors will be on. And in case of left, when the turtle robot will move left, it will, the first input sensor, IR sensor, will give 110. We will give input as 110 and 100 at the second input IR sensor, and right motor will be on, so it will move left. Similarly, if the turtle robot is going towards right, so then the first input sensor will give input as 001, and second input sensor, IR sensor, will give the input as 011, and left motor will be on, so it will move towards right. And if you want to stop our turtle robot, that means if an obstacle comes in its way or some other things, then both of the input IR sensor will give the input as 111 and 111, and none of the motors will be on. So this is its code. The speed of the motor is defined. The motor's value is as the analog. This value is given at analog pins, and for motor 2, and similarly motor B1, motor B2, that means plus at the motor positive terminal, negative terminal, B, the motor B, negative terminal and positive terminal, and the speed of the motor B. Then we have given some then we have defined some functions in which we have set our output pins and input pins and analog pins, and we have used a delay. Then we have inside this function void loop, the loop is being applied, so, and to move forward when only middle sensor is equal to 1, and for 1 at the middle it will move forward, and this is its function. And if digital read left sensor is equal to 0, right sensor is equal to 1, and digital right sensor is equal to 0, then it will move forward. For left, these are our conditions. For right, these are our conditions, or middle. So these are our conditions for forward, turn right, turn left, and for stop. So now let's move towards our Proteus simulation. So when I on this turtle robot, you can see that this is our turtle robot, and these green lights are indicating its states or the inputs of the IR sensors. So here we can see that when it is detecting the obstacle, it will not move towards, rather it is moving on a path. For example, this is our path. I have made it myself in Paint 3D. You can design whatever you want for the robot to follow the path. So it is following a path until this obstacle. You can see here, when it will reach this obstacle, so it will change its direction. It will first stop, and then it will change its direction. You can see that when it sees an obstacle, it stops, and then it will rotate or whatever towards the correct path that it will follow. So here this is our working of this turtle robot. So you can create whatever the path you want to. You can simply double click on this, select whatever the path you may follow. For example, if we see here, in this case these are our 3 obstacles, and if we see, you can select it here, and if we see that it will stop here whenever an obstacle comes, and it will continue to follow its path until or unless an obstacle comes in its way. For example, here we can see when a circle or the obstacle comes in its way, it will automatically stop here. So that was all. This was our it basically works like a Zumo line following robot, if we see that. So it is basically a kind of Zumo line following robot which is connected from the pins of Arduino Uno, and the code is being fed on in this Arduino Uno as a hex file, and it will work according to the code, and it will follow our path. And that was all for this follow and avoid obstacle line following turtle robot, and thanks for watching.